My name is Brooke McGowen, and I use art as a means of doing scientific research to explore areas that may not be readily available to human consciousness. Some scientists use mathematical means to plumb the depths of theory about different dimensions. But we artists use our own intuition and our own imagination to imagine what we're talking about, the fifth dimension, but it could be any dimension, a dimensionality that transcends the three dimensions of space and dimension of time that we're accustomed to living in our everyday life. But everyone has had experience with the fifth dimension. I'm just saying the fifth, like I said, it could be any dimension. It's just the dimension that we don't see, but we have had experience with it. Things happen sometimes that you really cannot explain. And that's when a new form of explanation has to be discovered. And that's why we're here today. I'm going to demonstrate with an object that I have made out of one piece of paper. So this is an object that was made with one piece of paper. And as you see, there's nothing has been glued. There's just a few cuts. So we're dealing with a situation that is difficult to explain. You have to look at this for a few minutes until you understand the implication of a situation that is not logical. Now we're going to begin our second experiment, which is very simple. We're going to make something that everyone knows is a Mobius strip. Take a piece of paper. You, instead of gluing it like this, you glue it like if you don't have glue, you can use tape. This is already a situation of multidimensionality. Because as everyone knows, it is a surface. On the one hand, you see the surface, which is a continuous surface throughout the entire space. So it is a surface, and at the same time, it's a space. If you start here, and you can just keep going around and around and around and around, and you come back out on the other side, and it's just a continuous area. Now, our experiment today consists in cutting this Mobius, so-called Mobius strip, in half. So let's do that. So as you see, this is one entity. So let's put this down here. Now let's try a different experiment. This time we're going to turn this twice. What kind of situation we have. This is an experiment in space. These are dimensions that we can perceive, but sometimes one dimension turns into two dimensions, turns into three dimensions, and you really cannot explain how it works. This time, this is turned into two intertwined objects. I hope you can see it. That these two objects intertwined, but they're two separate objects. So that's another aspect of dimensionality, that dimensions can unfold in surprising ways. We see this, which is two separate objects that are interconnected. Put this right here. Then we have this one, which is what we call the endless surface. It just doubled. It's the same Mobius strip that replicated itself in a larger size. Now I'm going to show how you can walk through a single piece of paper. This piece right here. Anyone can do this at home. It's not dangerous. So go ahead and try. If you know how to do it, it's no problem. Okay, now. The next step is you cut through these. And now you can walk through the piece of paper. Okay, that was a demonstration how one dimension transforms into a multi-dimensional possibility. And I hope you'll try this experiment at home and keep experimenting with dimensionality right here in our dimension right now. Bye-bye.